It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
It's showtime. What's happening, everybody? Yes, my name is, well, okay, I got it. You figured it out, right? You see it behind me? The Geno Jones Show. Showtime. I'm coming to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central, 3:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Please subscribe to my channel, the Geno Jones Channel, part of the Geno Jones Network. Please share this episode and all my back episodes. Go back and binge watch everything and like. So subscribe, share, and like. I know they say like, share, and subscribe, but since it's my show, I say subscribe, share, and like. Or share, subscribe, and like the Geno Jones Show. All right, if you'd like to be a sponsor, if you'd like to advertise on the show and the channel, I'd be honored to have you. And if you're looking for the ultimate pitch man, the ultimate brand ambassador, term we use now, to help build your brand, your business, and help you generate sales and revenue for your products, your services, goods. I'm the king. Yes, I'm not the king. I'm the king. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the king of pitchmen. Leave me a message right here on my YouTube channel or Geno Jones Show, Geno Jones Show at Gmail. Let me get right into today's monologue. Message to President Biden. Saw him speak today here at the United Nations. Also, Homeland Security Director, or I should say the Homeland Security Secretary, Mr. Alejandro Mayorkas. I'm going to need you to do something. Well, President Biden, I'm going to need you to do a lot. Some people are already talking about, oh, we need to find somebody else to run against President Biden. No, I'm not talking about Republicans. That's a different conversation. Talk about all that on another day. But I know there's a lot that you need to do. Make sure that you protect the right to vote for specifically for the black folks that put you in office, that gave you 50 senators by electing Senator Raphael Warnock and Brother John Ossoff, especially black folks in South Carolina that basically revived your political campaign, really pulled you from the ashes, saved your political campaign, basically gave it new life. So I'm going to need you, President Biden, and Director of Homeland Security, like I said, Alejandro Mayorkas. I'm going to need you both to show not just compassion, empathy, humanity, not with just your words, but your actions. And I'm going to need you to show that compassion, energy, humanity by your actions and policies to black Haitians, especially the black Haitians that's down in Rio, Texas. You got about somewhere, it was up to 15,000, mostly Haitian immigrants, Haitian refugees, I should say, that have escaped everything from major earthquakes, hurricanes, presidents of that nation, president being assassinated, just upheaval, poverty. Now, why should we do that for black Haitians? I say, why not? Why should we not give Haitians the same type of love when it comes to seeking asylum, fleeing their country from political persecution, from tyranny, dictators, totalitarianism, all that, all those phrases. Seeking asylum is legal in America, and it's part of international law. So I saw a video of Border Patrol agents spinning around, hitting Haitian refugees with whips, while these Border Patrol officers, they were like riding around on a horse. And I'm looking at this and I'm saying, wait a minute. Are we back in the late 1700s and the early 1800s with overseers, white overseers on horses beating enslaved people? Is that what we're doing in 2021? To black people again? Black people from Haiti? Refugees seeking asylum? Come on, man. We're better than that. We absolutely are. Just like we are helping people from Afghanistan relocate. Now I know somebody's looking at this saying, well, Geno, we went to Afghanistan and we were there for 20 years and we allowed women to go to school and we protected America from being attacked by Al-Qaeda and whoever else, ISIS or anybody that wanted to set up in Afghanistan. Yeah, we did. We went into that country. We could have got rid of bin Laden probably within less than a year. And after bin Laden was killed, 10 years after 9/11, roughly 10 years, we stayed another 10 years in Afghanistan and decided we wanted to nation build, to build that country. So let's talk about then why shouldn't we do that for Haiti? This is why we should. Because when it comes to Haiti, we've done a lot of damage. It's not hard to find. Google the history of Haiti. All right? It's 1804, the Haitian Revolution. Haitians basically kicked out the French, I should say. Kicked out France. Said, yo, these colonizers with this slavery, we are not doing this in Haiti anymore. And the Haitian people and the Haitian Revolution rose up. Just like we had thousands of slave uprisings here in America, they had a successful one. And they rose up and they kicked the French out of Haiti. It's like, y'all get the hell out of here. What we're not going to do is we're not going to do this enslaved people thing. We're not. So America, think about when this happened, 1804. Slavery was like in full bloom in America. And the folks, slave owners, the people in power in America got nervous. They was like, oh, snap. Man, if these black folks that we got in bondage, that we have enslaved, oh my God, we've already had slave uprisings that we've had to beat down. But if they ever get wind and talk to these people of African descent in Haiti, oh my God, what happens if the black Haitians get together with the black Americans? We could have a different kind of American revolution, just like they had the Haitian Revolution in 1804. So what did France do? France basically said, okay, you know what, you got your freedom, but now you got to pay. This is crazy. Sounds like the black-white dude, Larry Elder, who was running for governor in California. So basically, the former slave owners in France that were enabled by the French government said, yo, this is what's going to happen. We're going to recognize your freedom. We're going to recognize your independence as a nation, Haitians, but you got to run us that money back. All that money we lost when we lost the institution of slavery, when we couldn't make money off free labor off of you, we lost a lot of money. So we're going to need you to repay us for your freedom. Blackmail, and America, the United States, supported that policy. Wouldn't do business, wouldn't do trade with the Haitians until and unless they started paying France. Can you imagine? Just imagine. Like I said, the crazy dude, the black-white dude, Larry Elder, the black-white supremacist, had the nerve to allow this phrase to come out of his mouth. Well, I think that the descendants of slave owners should be paid reparations for the damage they were done when slavery ended. Man, somebody should have slapped the taste out of that black dude's mouth. What the hell? So I digress. That's what happened in Haiti. Then in 1915, the United States, under one of the most racist presidents, and you could argue damn near all of our presidents, damn near all, probably racist. There's levels to this racism and white supremacy. I just need you to know that. Woodrow Wilson was probably one of the most notorious racists that sat in the Oval Office. That was the president of the United States. So Woodrow Wilson sent the United States Marines into Haiti. We invaded Haiti in 1915, stayed there for damn near 20 years. Now, why did Woodrow, president at the time, Woodrow Wilson, send the Marines, of all people, into Haiti in 1915? I'm going to just translate it for you, because Woodrow Wilson felt that, these black people, unsophisticated, uneducated black people, basically were too dumb to know how to run their own country and run their own government. So we, the great white savior, we must invade and show them how to run a government. Teach them our form of democracy. They didn't ask for it. We just did it on our own because we could. Invaded Haiti. Almost 20 years. Then the CIA and the United States government propped up corrupt presidents, corrupt black Haitian presidents. Just Google Papa Doc and Baby Doc, the Duvaliers. Yes. 30 years. Basically, Papa Doc and his son, Baby Doc, Duvalier, presidents of Haiti. These were black Haitians. Corrupt, engaged in torture, engaged in allowed Papa Doc, people who he perceived as enemies, political enemies, had them beheaded. Oh yes, the brutality, the corruption of Papa Doc and Baby Doc, black Haitians. Guess who they were enabled and supported by? Hello, the United States government. So people talk to me about, well, you know, we went into Afghanistan and he could have ran for president. Former Joint Chiefs of Staff, Colin Powell, who actually did run for president. That might have been a Freudian slip. Actually, there was a time in the mid-90s, Colin Powell, probably, if he would have ran, he could have ran. But that's a different story. So a former Joint Chief of Staff, Colin Powell, once said, when it came to war, if you go in, if you invade, if you break it, you own it. So we broke Haiti we broke Haiti about 200 plus years ago. Yeah, we did. You break it, you own it. So we decided we wanted to own it. We sent in the Marines. We invaded the country in 1915. CIA engaged in coups, overthrowing different governments, helping to install corrupt, evil, torturous, murderers, dictators, disguised as president of that nation. An entire family for 3 decades, the father and the son. So, listen, America, man, we got a very complicated relationship with Haitian. So if anybody should have the same status in terms of, if you're from Cuba, if you are a white Cuban, especially, you get to these shores, it's codified in law, I believe. You're here, we got you. Come on. Little Elian Gonzalez. Man, that was a story, back in the 90s, I think, late 80s, early 90s. A little white Cuban kid somehow got to Florida. Cuba made a big deal. The dad wanted him to come back to Florida. And it was a big deal in South Florida, and it was all over the news. And we got to save this poor little Elian Gonzalez. And oh my God, we can't let him go back to Cuba. And oh, the horrible Cuban government. And Fidel Castro is an evil man, which in a lot of ways he was. But Cuba is a whole different conversation. We'll have that conversation about Cuba on another show. But the point I'm trying to make is that if you are a white-looking Cuban and you want to seek asylum, man, we fling the door wide open. Come on down. We embrace you. We give you a big hug. But for decades, when it came to black Cubans, or really, when it came to Haitians specifically, when it came to Haitians, it was like, oh, we gave you the Heisman Trophy pose. It's like, stop, nope. Nah, you're not from Cuba. You're too dark. Nope, go back. Take your ass back. The hypocrisy of our foreign policy when it came to Cubans, especially white Cubans, white-looking Cubans, and black Haitians, with all the blood that we as Americans, the American government has on its hands historically, from the role we have played in destabilizing and basically keeping Haiti in poverty. Because basically, like I said, after the Haitian Revolution in 1804, the world, including France, the United States, all these powerful nations, they wouldn't do business with Haiti. They wouldn't trade with Haiti because the French had a bug up their ass because they got kicked out of Haiti by black folks, the colonizers. It was like, out of here. So basically, France blackmailed Haiti and made them pay all this money, pay for their freedom. And the United States enabled it, supported that policy and ideology and went along with it. So the United States, oh yeah, this country has blood on its hands in terms of how it's treated Haiti. And we still treat Haiti like crap. We do. Even when we send money to Haiti, the people that control the money are, for the most part, businesses that are owned and run by Americans. And it's still corruption. Maybe a handful of Haitians may get their money on some of the money. So it's a very complicated thing. So President Biden and Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas. Mr. Mayorkas, I'm gonna need y'all to basically treat my brothers and sisters, the black Haitians, like you treat the white Cubans. Or Canadians. Do you know there's over 600,000 white Canadians here in America right now at this very moment that you are looking at me on camera illegally? Didn't know that. Probably never heard that, but it's a fact. Why don't you see that on the news? Why don't you hear people talking about that? Because it's the northern border. And because these are white Canadians. Then, hey, I got love for Canadians, but I got love for my brothers and sisters from Haiti too. So why should Haitians be treated any differently than white Canadians or white-looking Cubans? They shouldn't. Stop it. Stop it right now. That's today. That's my monologue for today. That's today's show. Black Haitians, like the Afghans and Cubans and the Canadians, or the immigrants, the white Europeans that are here illegally from Europe, they're people too. So damn it, treat these brothers and sisters from Haiti and stop beating them with whips. This is 2021. This ain't 1921. This ain't 1821. It's 2021. Stop with this. Oh my God. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. I had to get that off my chest today. And I really wanted, I wanted to focus that. I wanted that to be the conversation and the monologue for today. Because it is disturbing. President Biden, black folks are looking at that. And a lot of black folks are talking. We put you in office, partner. That's just a fact. And we got to see some results. And you got to protect the right to vote. And actually, you got to protect a woman's right to choose. I've talked about that a lot, but you gotta protect, you gotta make sure that these black Haitians have the same rights of asylum to seek entry into America and to seek asylum because of their financial, political hardship, just like you do Cubans, white-looking Cubans, or Canadians, or the Afghans that are coming here. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you. God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central, 3:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Please subscribe, share, and like. Please share this episode and share all my episodes. Go back and binge watch all of my episodes. Share them right here. All right. Subscribe, share, and like. If once again, I'm gonna say it again, if you'd like to be a sponsor, if you'd like to advertise, I'd love to have you as a sponsor. I'd love to have you advertise. And if you're looking for the ultimate pitch man to help build your brand, the ultimate brand ambassador to help you build and promote your brand, your business, to help you generate sales and revenue, products and goods, I am the ultimate person. I'm not the king. No, I'm not the king. I'm the king of pitchmen. So leave me a message right here. If you just leave me a message here on my channel, Geno Jones Show, or you can email me, not the, Geno Jones Show. That is how you spell it, at Gmail. Geno Jones Show at Gmail. Shout out to Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. You can check him out on Instagram, IG, Kelby Cutting Up, KELBECUTT. UP, Cutting Up, KLB Cutting Up, KELBECUTT-UP. Alexandria Jones, Bruce Gage. Alexandria Jones, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show, along with Bruce Gage. You can check out Alexandria, who is a fashion designer and a fashion design major at my alma mater, Columbia College, Chicago. You can find her on Instagram. So underscore is that line you see down at the bottom. So underscore, line at the bottom. Lexi, Lexxie, space, leave a little space. Nicole, Nicole Designs, or Alexandria Jones, Alexandria. Also, Bruce Gage. Just type in Bruce Gage is Gage. Search on Instagram or Facebook. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow, another live episode of the Geno Jones Show. I'll be coming to you live. Showtime, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central, 3:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Once again, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you enjoyed the show. Share this episode. Share it. Go back. Tag people you know. Copy the link. Share it on their social media page. Copy the link and tag their social media page. Please tell everybody to subscribe to the Geno Jones channel and like all the episodes. Another live and brand new episode of the Geno Jones Show will be on tomorrow, Wednesday, first day of fall. Right, today is the last day of summer, first day of fall edition. And I'd like to shout out all my working divas on the Working Divas Wednesday. All that will be tomorrow, Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. One more thing. Once again, thank you so much for watching. And I always like to close by saying, please be blessed. All right?
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.